It would have fixed everything if the Bengals would have just won it for Harambe.
Harambe would have just emerged.
Dude, who's this
he
Harumbe
still
you're
had to
speaking
die.
of?
He would still have to die, but it just wouldn't be as bad.
It would have
All
been
of
like
He had to die for us.
all of the repercussions of his death would have been forgiven.
like a true
Exactly.
a true ascent of Jesus Christ himself.
Guys,
Harambe.
who's Harumbe?
Our Lord and Savior.
Oh,
True.
okay.
The one who died for your sins.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Okay.
Week 5.
Week
We-
5. What is this?
Wow.
Yeah, we've
It's
done it
week
over a
5.
month now.
In a row.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Got a full slate of things to talk about. Roblox coming out of left field. Well, I guess it's not Roblox, it's just an article, but
No, it's the new Habbo Hotel. It's gonna kill us all.
fuck.
What?
Huh?
You guys remember Habbo Hotel?
No.
I think
Oh.
that's some boomer stuff.
Hold on.
It's more millennial stuff, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
millennial's
know
the
it.
new boomer. Am I
Hotel.
right?
Well, you're practically a boomer.
I'm getting there. So,
It's just a big rock. I googled it. It's just a big rock.
Habbo Hotel.
Okay, no. If you forget 1B, it
Sounds like a
Just a
bad
big
anime.
it's just a big rock.
So Habbo Hotel was also not exactly Roblox. It was like it's more of like a Club Penguin thing, and you could just buy all sorts of dumb stuff. It's like what the metaverse wants to be, but with VR. And
The metaverse is taking after Habbo
Bro, I think the
Hotel.
metaverse is VR chat.
but
No,
for old
because
people.
that would be.
That
it'd
would be VR
good if it
chat.
was, yeah, I was gonna say that'd be VR chat.
But that's what they want to do. Just want to
They
make
want
That's
it
what
VR
they
to
chat
wanted
look
to.
big.
Yeah, we talked about that the other week. Though.
Yep.
Old news, now
Old
Roblox,
news.
which
Yes.
Habbo Hotel went down for one reason only: sex. And now it's Roblox's turn.
Oh yeah, Roblox out
BBC
here.
article talks about a beautiful vignette of a naked man wearing just a dog collar and a lead is led across the floor by a woman in a bondage outfit.
Whoa.
Two strippers dance next to a bar. A group is gathered around a couple, openly having sex, watching, and occasionally commenting. One man is wearing a Nazi uniform.
Dude, I gotta give it to Roblox on this one. I didn't
Bro.
even know you could do that shit in that
It's
game.
poetry. The best
Yeah.
part is like it
this
does
just like
one more
ERP?
sentence, and then the next sentence in BBC is a link that says "Find out more about Roblox."
Dude, the BBC are fucking delusional.
Dude, I mean, I gotta hand it to Roblox for being able to create something like this. First of all,
Something so beautiful.
something that
It's
the
not
BBC
it's-
has to write about and
the
can write about with
Roblox-
this detail.
It's the Roblox players.
Look, I don't care who my hand is going to, but I'm giving somebody my hand.
What's crazy
Yo,
is
do not give people your hand.
Dude, don't do that, dude.
Funky shit with that.
The
Wait,
BBC
you're not supposed to do that?
The BBC cites in this article that Bloomberg figured in 2020 2/3 of all U.S. children between the ages of 9 and 12 use the game. So Walker's basically saying you gotta be handshaking all these 9 and 12-year-olds, Carson.
Oh no.
Yikes.
I don't think that's illegal, right?
Oh, you
Like
tell me.
To shake their hand, I think it's okay. But you know what? So real quick with Roblox.
Okay.
With Roblox. So what surprises me about Roblox, I was under the impression that Roblox was on its way out like a few years ago. I was apparently completely wrong, as it seems to just be getting bigger. But I don't know. I thought like 2016, 2017, maybe Roblox was like a dying game. I thought it was like going out the window. But here we are, and now there's BBC articles about people having sex on Roblox.
See, this is your turn now, Carson, and feeling old. You know, you're probably out of touch with all these like young, really young Zoomers.
Yeah,
where
9 and 12-year-olds? Yeah, I'd hope so.
I mean, back in the day, this was us like almost a decade ago. No one understood Minecraft. They're like, what is with these stupid graphics? Why would you waste so much time playing this? And this is like a knockoff version of Minecraft meets Lego. I've never seen so many screenshots other than this BBC article.
Yeah, I really like the one where it says where the guy is like there and there's just like a naked Roblox girl and it just says who won a sex?
Who won a sex?
Who wants-
And
Want
then
a
the girl is saying,
want a
"Want a
date?"
date?" Yeah.
What a date.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
I like how they have
I,
multiple angles of that same.
Yeah,
Same scene.
I scrolled down and read a bit more, and this is something I saw like a while ago. But Facebook's parent company Meta introduced personal boundary feature to its virtual reality, basically so people can't get close enough to you because
So
a
they
woman
can't.
claimed to have suffered a virtual sexual assault on the platform.
Oh
Dude, that is
my.
literally
So,
VR
I-
chat has that feature.
Really? Like you
Yeah.
get like a little
Yeah,
like
'cause-
Yeah,
force
so you
field
can
around
like
you.
you make like it's like an invisible bubble, and if
Personal
anyone
boundary.
if anyone gets in it, they just disappear. Like
You're in my
you
bubble.
just
You're
can't
in my
see 'em.
bubble.
Oh my god,
Dude,
I want personal space like that.
I just love seeing those clips where people are like, "Get away from me! Get away from me!" And you just keep getting closer and closer,
Bro, just leave the server.
invading their personal space.
Just take off the
normalize-
headset.
Normalize VR bullying in the.
Dude, have I talked about my VR chat adventures on this podcast?
You have
yet?
not. I want to. You
Oh
have the
my
floor.
Gosh.
Regional
Hashtag
expert
bring-
on
So-
VR
so
chat, Josh.
This past winter break, I got COVID, and I like had my
How
or
that's
my
not
index.
real though.
True, but I had my index, and so like at night I was just super bored. I couldn't hang out with my friends. I couldn't do anything, so I would just like get on VR chat and just explore. And dude, the shit that I would see and the shit I found. Okay, so
Oh,
one thing
God.
that was really fun, I found this this drinking world, and you could legit play. You could legit play like actual drinking games with people. That was actually really fun. Like I was playing Kings. Like we were all sitting at a table and we were playing Kings, with like 10 people. It was super fun. But then you go in like these other worlds, and then there's just like the weirdest people you've ever met. It's honestly like it makes me kind of sad because I just know that these kids don't really have any other life besides on VR chat, and they're like dating on VR chat, and you can just like hear their conversations, and it's
Third wheeling
it's
a
honestly
VR chat
like
couple.
it's very depressing.
Wingmanning.
yeah.
Oh,
I like to
Wingmanning for
eavesdrop
my
on
boys.
random people, and it's
Dude.
wow, dude. Like VR chat is such like a deep hole.
So that's where it started then. That's where this Roblox sex scapade has come from.
Well,
is-
yeah. So you see like this Roblox world with like the stripper poles and shit.
Yeah.
That's literally like so many. It looks exactly like so many of the worlds from VR chat.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
did you
say,
find any? Did you find any condos? Because that's apparently the like quote unquote term they
Code
use
name.
for the Roblox sex
Code
games.
name.
Yeah,
So-
code
oh,
name
really?
condo.
virtual sex?
Hey,
Well, there's a
hey.
really popular world in VR chat. It's called like the furry convention.
Oh no.
The fun fact is it's based off of it is legit like a scan of a hotel in Germany. It's the Estrel Hotel, and I've been there. So when I went in this world, I met these kids on VR chat.
You sound way too proud to be a part of this.
And I've been
No,
there.
it was really funny. We like go into the world, and I'm like, wait, what? I've been here before,
Oh no.
and
I recognize
and these people,
this.
and I was like, wait, is this based off of a real hotel in Germany? And then so one of the guys I was with looked it up. They're like, yeah, it is. How did you know that? Are you a furry? And I was like, no, dude,
Josh has
no.
been outed.
But
Josh is furry confirmed.
but apparently they like scanned the whole hotel because that the furry convention got canceled. So they had it in
'Cause-
VR chat, and that's why that world exists.
Germany, like,
And you can
banned
get
it.
like what?
Germany like banned furries.
Did they?
Well, I
Yeah,
thought.
I
Well, it
think-
also got canceled because of COVID. The
Oh
event.
well, I thought
It was like the convention.
I thought Germany just banned furries.
But yeah, there's a lot of very interesting people in VR chat. It's a very interesting place to go if you ever just want to
Yeah.
observe.
You'll overhear the most whack shit in a VR server,
Yeah.
especially if you go to one of the like.
And it's like
strip
real
clubs.
shit too. It's not like people like joking around. Like you'll hear
No,
real
they're
conversations, and
Yeah, they're
it's
dead
like
serious.
yeah. Oh,
I mean, that's I feel like why Meta is kind of trying to tap into this. I think they really see like this next generation being more involved with VR
no,
on a
yeah,
more
it's,
regular
it's,
basis.
it's
Clearly,
for sure a
Roblox
possibility. Like the
Roblox
metaverse
is
can happen.
miles ahead, dude.
I mean, so yeah, like this just is kind of like a like I swear this is just a reiteration of the same problem that comes up. Like horny internet users find a virtual lobby to do this stuff in. Like it was Habbo Hotel. It was probably Second Life prior to that. It was VR chat. Now it's this, and it always seems to kind of either just go very underground or like gets shut down because this is more. It seems to be more centered towards kids. So I mean, like Carson, you've been thinking this is going to be dying for like years now. Is this finally the end of Roblox?
I hope to God.
They'll bounce back, bro. They'll absolutely bounce back.
I don't know what I feel about this. This is weird. First of all, weird is just baseline, but
Order.
Dude, I don't remember ever getting into stuff like this. Like, what are these kids into nowadays? Like,
You're not hip. You're not
I wasn't
into
cool,
it.
and maybe I wasn't
You're
a
not
cool kid.
enough.
I don't know if you guys have been like keeping up with the Roblox news, but there has been a lot of shit going on lately like this. Like just because like I watch Moist Critical's videos and stuff, and they've been talking about Roblox on their podcast because there's been a couple incidents lately, like with Roblox devs and just people on Roblox doing terrible things, especially Roblox devs. And it's very
especially
weird.
Roblox devs.
Yeah, there's a yeah.
I would explain why their detection system is not working. In this BBC article, they say that they conduct a safety review of every single image, video, and audio file uploaded to Roblox. And literally the image above is like 3 naked people and a bunch of text messages talking about wanting to get it on. So that makes it seem like the devs are missing something, or maybe the part of it.
All I'm saying is Club Penguin had it right.
Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Club Penguin censored the shit out of it.
Yeah. If you, I remember doing this once and I got banned for it because I said some like vulgar, some vulgar things in Club Penguin while I was like hiding. I was hiding behind someone else. I was like, oh yeah, if I'm behind them, because they had like the detection on the thing. Yeah, and so I did that, and I got like a 7-day ban or something.
6-year-old Walker's
like,
so
fuck.
confused.
I feel
He's
like I
like, how does
remember-
he know it was me?
Walker, I feel like I remember
That was
sitting with
me.
you when we were little, and like you just going on Club Penguin and doing.
Dude, Club Penguin was fucking sick. I only ever did it once because I got banned for 7 days. I was like, never again.
Never
I-
again. 7
I don't know
days.
if it was
Like,
you, but
curse
I
again
remember
on Club
sitting there
Penguin.
with someone and just seeing how bad.
Yeah, they could just get some auto banning like that, then they'd be fine.
Dude, I remember Nick and I used to do that. We would just go on and create random emails and create random Club Penguins accounts and just see how fast we could get them banned.
man, the original trolls. Oh, you guys like try to make a game out of it.
Yeah, we would either do that. We'd either see how fast we could get them banned, or we could see how far we could push the line before we got banned.
Yeah, what racial slur got you out the quickest?
Whoa. We weren't using that. It was just like we would be pushing like
Pushing P.
yeah, pushing P. But no, the thing with Club Penguin though is like when you would say I think when you would say certain things that were auto detected, it would just ban you instantly.
Yeah,
and
that's...
the message would never even get sent out. But I remember there were other times where it wouldn't necessarily be like a keyword. It would just be like you're bullying somebody, you're bullying some other penguin, and they report you, and then like 5 minutes later you get the ban. So we would just try and like bully penguins into reporting us, and see how long we could go without getting banned, or just start fights on Club Penguin.
Did anyone try to tip the iceberg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We always try to tip the iceberg.
I swear I made that whole like cult idea up because I remember reading and like I'm such a fucking nerd. I go on Club Penguin, I like search through like the file cabinets of like the Club Penguin office or whatever, and it said something like about it's rumor has that you can like tip the iceberg, and so I would just go on there and I would jackhammer the shit out of him. People would be like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Tip the iceberg.
By the end of like an hour, you have like 80 people on that iceberg with you trying to get onto one side to try to tip that shit over.
The glory days.
Glory.
Yeah.
Dude,
Now we
I
just
remember
have sex and Roblox.
Yeah, now we have Roblox Sex.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this can go either one or two ways. Like one, it gets shut down because all the parents yank their kids off of it, or two, they add some like severe filters and finally like get things rolling. But it sounds like there's other things that are problematic. Like Josh, you were saying there's other stuff other than this going on with Roblox?
Yeah, I think like last month or something. I can't remember exactly, but Roblox had tried to sue a creator
Oh yeah.
because they were like exposing them or something, and then that they ended up losing or like dropping the
They
case or
settled. They
something.
settled.
Yeah, they settled, and then there was some other stuff that went on that I can't completely remember, but I just remember watching some of Moist Critical's videos and some stuff going on with the Roblox
Hmm.
stuff.
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll get their shit together, like Call of Duty, who because they've been bought by Microsoft. It sounds like hopefully things are kind of moving in the right direction with that. So there was a article kind of talking about how there is some pretty upcoming news to not only a like full relaunch of Warzone, but then also Modern Warfare coming. It sounds like almost simultaneously this year, to the point where I think they're going to be using an entire new engine, and this is in quotes, from the ground up when it comes to Warzone. So, anyone excited for this? Anyone like Kirsten or Walker, Josh, you were playing PUBG a few weeks ago. Was that itching the battle royale? You still
No,
wanting something
I
like
don't
this?
like battle royales.
I hate Warzone.
Like
Not
I'll definitely
fun.
go back and play like PUBG and stuff, but I'm just not a huge battle royale guy. Like I love like a little fix of them, but it's not a game I can play like a lot.
No, I Warzone's not it for me. I played it a few times. Walker and I played. Some friends of mine set up like Warzone tournaments where we had this like rule set, and basically we all played in like separate lobbies. Um, or no, it was head to head, so it would be two teams of two, and you would squad up. So you'd be a squad of four, and then in the game you'd break off into your two teams and go separate ways, and like keep score that way. But I mean, it was kind of fun when we played it in that setting. But other than that, I never really enjoyed Warzone. Um, it's just not my kind of game, I guess. I think PUBG is the only like semi-realistic, you even want to call it that, um, type of battle royale that I would play. And right now, the only other battle royale I've enjoyed was Apex Legends. I started playing that week and a half ago, maybe, when my roommate suggested I join him.
Yeah, we played a
And
couple of rounds
yeah, it's been
earlier.
kind of fun. It's been kind of fun. I've been grinding it a little bit. It's been a little bit of fun, especially when I don't have enough time to like do a Tarkov raid or something. I can play a round of Apex. I don't know.
Almost is longer than
I
Tarkov.
love Tarkov.
Wait, also Tarkov is arguably a battle royale, but we don't don't have time for that. I don't know. So Warzone isn't really. It's a battle royale, but it's not like PUBG. It's not like any other ones that are. It's Call of Duty. It's just like Call of Duty. So I don't feel any of the true battle royale feeling to it.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, they are going to be coming. It's still rumored, but it sounds like more and more the case that it is going to be the Modern Warfare sequel of the reboot from 2019. I know we all played that almost religiously for a couple weeks, like right before COVID, actually. Make your predictions now. Are we getting this game?
No, I wanna. Before we jump into predictions here, I want to cut you off on that one because they have confirmed it to be the.
They have
confirmed so this article in here, it confirms what was rumored basically.
Oh, has confirmed. Yeah, I misread that. My apologies.
Yeah, I am excited for the new Modern Warfare. I'm interested to see if single player lives up to previous single player. My hope is it's better. I liked some of those like tactical missions where you'd go in as like a SWAT team or like a SAS team, and one where you kind of raid the house and you'd go in tactically and
you flashbang the baby.
Yeah, you flashbang the baby. I want more missions like that where you can flashbang babies.
Yeah, is that co-op or is that just a single player experience?
No, that was just a single player.
Although I guess if you're on the same Xbox, it'd co-op, right?
I don't know. Yeah, that was a
forget how
single
those
player
games
mission,
work.
and I think they could have added a bit more of that. I enjoyed the whole campaign, but I think they could have added a bit more of the tactical missions in there. I thought those were really cool, and people really enjoyed them. So hopefully, in the new one, we get a few more of those missions.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
ex-
if I ever finished the co-op campaign or
Forgot
played
about
I never
it.
played
'Cause
single
wasn't
player
it?
at
It was
all.
like a well,
People
no,
say
no,
it's
the
really
co-op
bad.
one. Because there was a single player, and then there was the co-op one, which was just like a, uh, like a, I don't know, just like a
Was it a
secondary thing to
campaign
do.
though?
Yeah,
Mm,
well, it
oh.
kind of. It was like missions.
People
Like
said it
six
was
missions.
really
Yeah, that's
bad.
right.
People
Yeah.
said never play. I was watching a YouTube video like last month about it, and it was like, never play this. It's bad.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
for someone to
Never
complain about
play
something
this.
like that, it's not really
It's like the least played thing like ever, like Call of Duty, I think.
like
but,
ever, bro. Never.
ever, dude. But I'm just really excited for multiplayer. I love
Yeah.
COD multiplayer, and
Yeah.
it'll never get old for me just because that's what I played like growing up all the time, and it's
So-
fun. I like it.
I've got this
I-
sick picture. I'm gonna toss it in the Discord.
But yeah,
Keep
I'm also
talking.
interested in to see how the multiplayer.
I mean,
plays out.
this could be my hope for nostalgia. Like, I think arguably 2007 was my favorite year of gaming because simultaneous release of Halo 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Original came out, and that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I did. You just played like 3 games of Halo 3, get a little fatigued, and then just go straight to Modern Warfare, and then recharge, get fatigued, and then back to Halo. And I did that for like ungodly amount of time, like
Where's
9,
this
10 hours
picture?
straight. Just horrific and amazing at the same time. So, I mean, that's
Right.
going to be the question: is can this pull me away from Halo?
There it is.
Humble brag, I just reached level 100 today
Yeah,
on my
I'm at, like-
battle pass.
Damn,
saw
I
need
you
to
were
play-
on
I
at
need to
4
play
a.m.
more.
dude, I haven't played in
Yeah,
so
I was.
long.
I saw you on at 4 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck?
I couldn't sleep last night. I was
And I
finishing
saw-
this video.
You moved from like it was like you went from an arena or so, you were in a game and you went back to the menu and then you went back in the game. It was like, oh, he's actually like playing.
He's legit. He's not sleepwalking.
But yeah, so there's a picture I just put in that has me and Josh a combined what's that 115 or 115 and like 30
Dude, that was
30
so fun.
yeah 35.
I miss running Modern Warfare with you
Oh,
guys.
We
man.
absolutely kicked ass. 100 and fucking 15 out of 200 points in a game.
Guys, I was telling you, I think last week.
Ridiculous.
I don't think you were here for this, Walker, but I was telling the other guys how like that 2 weeks was like surreal, amazing, and frightening all at the same time for me. Because like I would go to my rotation, which was like 5 in the morning, and then be there for like 12 hours straight, and I'd come back and I'd just play like the rest of the night with you guys on Modern Warfare, and then just repeat. I was so sleep deprived. I had to like listen to Ram Ranch on like max going to the
To wake
hospital
you
in
up,
order to like
probably.
stay awake. Yeah, but it was like it was completely worth it. It was super fun and rather addicting.
Yeah, the COD. Yeah, see, so what I don't want them to do is I want them to either stagger the releases of the new Warzone and the Modern Warfare sequel, so that way it doesn't just
They're not
I
competing.
said kill off. Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
want them to immediately. I want everyone to be involved in the multiplayer, and I also want them to keep it separate from the new game because I don't know. So when the new how it works now is when you launch the game, there's like 2 separate ways that it launches, and it's like when you launch it, it's just called Warzone. So it's like really fucky, and a lot of people thought that they had like removed the actual game or moved it somewhere else. So they really kind of fucked up that. So I hope that they keep it separate so that way I don't get confused when they update it and it just says Warzone and I'm like, where the fuck did my Call of Duty go?
That's
Well,
my.
What I'd say.
Go ahead, Josh.
What I'd say about that is like the Warzone audience and the multiplayer audience, I think, is already super split. Because most of the Warzone people hate multiplayer, and most of the multiplayer people hate Warzone. So I think either way, if they do release it at the same time,
It needs to be separate.
it'll probably be there's still going to be a really good amount of people playing multiplayer, even though Warzone will pull a bigger player.
I
'cause
think
that
they-
people will-
I think they've got to do what H1Z1 did. If you guys remember that game, throwback to that game.
Oof, man.
But that was like
Yeah.
it wasn't the original battle royale, but it was kind of around the time that battle royale started to become popular. And it was one of the first ones to kind of go mainstream. I think at the similar time of PUBG. But what they did with their game is when it first released, you actually had to get like event tickets to play the battle royale mode. So you could only play like a certain amount of battle royale. And then they realized that their fan base was enjoying the battle royale mode as a standalone more than some of them enjoyed the survival mode, which was like the main aspect of the game. And they actually made it essentially two separate games. So on Steam, one update when you updated it on Steam, it actually split, and it was H1Z1 just survive, and then there was H1Z1 Battle Royale. And I think that's maybe something that, because I agree with Walker, I think
That's how Fortnite was.
I feel like they should do that with the next Call of Duty. Although, what I want to also point out with this is, I believe the new Warzone is that not season 2, or are they talking beyond season 2?
I think they're a new. I think it's supposed to be a new.
So I'm assuming that will launch with the new Call of Duty then.
Well, it's weird because in the like the article they mentioned like season 2 is coming out for Vanguard in Warzone like now. So like it's kind of confusing.
I don't understand.
Yeah. So from
this
the article
is
itself,
from the 11th. The article is from the 11th,
and it says season 2 was released on the 14th, and what they're referring to is kind of like almost like what Fortnite was. Like they released chapter 2, which was like built through a new engine, completely revamped graphics, completely redone, and new map. And I think that's the kind of reboot that Warzone is going to get probably around the same time as Modern Warfare. It would be nice if they could stagger it.
It's a successor, though.
Yeah, but reading into it,
reading it, but
it looks like it looks like that's what they were talking about. That release, that update that just came out on the 14th is, I think.
No, that's not what they're. No, it's not. Warzone is getting successor with a posted massive evolution of battle royale, new battleground and sandbox mode. So it's not this. I think technically it'll be a new game.
Oh, it's like Fortnite.
Sandbox mode.
They're because Vanguard is a different thing than Warzone, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yes.
Well, I
think
two
separate battle royales.
They're just calling them.
They're going.
No,
I mean they're two
Vanguard's
separate
the new
things.
game. Vanguard's the new game.
No, but there's a battle royale for that.
Huh?
Doesn't Vanguard have a? Yeah, but
no,
it's a Vanguard.
Warzone has been Warzone.
Thing, is it not?
They just add weapons.
Okay. So it's still Warzone.
It's still the exact same Warzone, but they just add new content from the new games.
So it's probably seen like 3 rotations now. It started with Modern Warfare, probably got like a Cold War update kind of thing, and then this new Vanguard stuff. And so this makes it sound like it is going to be like a whole new thing. It is kind of cryptic a little bit. Like they talk about being a successor and having a massive evolution of Battle Royale, but then what Walker was saying, a battleground and a sandbox mode. So I mean, just like what Fortnite is.
I think that could actually be really fun. Sandbox mode in Warzone actually sounds fun.
It would be cool to have like a wave system.
Just go play Arma 3.
Yeah, but why would you play Arma 3 when you could play COD?
I just don't want one thing I want. Small file sizes. Like I don't need the single player. I don't need Warzone. Just give me like the 30 gig multiplayer, which is like
that's what you can do.
Halo
download.
Can you? Because at least with Modern Warfare, you couldn't do that. Like it was like 200 gigs and re-update every fucking.
Oh yeah, with the Epic Games launcher now, you can just download the parts of the game that you want.
Yeah, but this isn't going to be on Epic Games.
Well, actually, true. I don't know if they're gonna.
Am I with Microsoft?
They'll probably still keep that.
You could do that with the Halo Master Chief Collection. Like you could just download like the certain elements. You maybe had the whole collection, but like you could just download Halo 3 multiplayer. So
no, I think they'll for sure keep that system. I don't see why they wouldn't. Probably makes it. I don't know. It just makes it so much easier for people.
I mean, that is what made me stop playing Modern Warfare. Was constantly updating. It was awful.
I mean,
that was really bad.
It's even hard to keep it on because like I have some games that I rarely play, but they're such a small like they don't take up that much space. So I'm like, that's fine. TF2 is like 13 gigs, and I kind of play it fairly often.
I love TF2.
Just keep it on there. No need to get rid of that.
I don't know.
Man,
Rust,
so
I guess, is one. But yeah, it was
yeah,
ridiculous.
so I liked Carson's article. He sent us, was that today or yesterday? This
I think it was
great.
yesterday.
Oh my goodness,
EA
is
just
having
keeps
a
getting
roll.
better.
We I think we've spoken on EA for the last like 4 episodes, and it's not going to stop because they are
Because they
just
keep fucking up.
they're
what is
just
this
always in a
website?
shitstorm.
Kotaku.
Which one? Kotaku?
Kotaku.
Oh, that's a fairly mainstream game
Yeah.
journal website. So
I know. I've never.
It sounds. Anyways.
so
Anyways, let's
So
continue.
they've been having like community town hall meetings internally in EA, in which I like how they describe the game as a miss, not a utter destruction
Failure.
of how they took a franchise and just ran it through the ground.
They
Not only
launched-
once, but yeah, go ahead.
They launched a nuclear missile and it landed on themselves.
Shocking. So yeah, they go through quite a bit, like this paragraph a little into it. Acknowledged from Laura Miele, the EA Chief Studios officer, cited a few different problems, one being their Frostbite engine, which God, I remember them talking about and hyping it like back in 2012. So yeah, it's
Bro,
like
I remember playing Battlefield. What was it? Bad Company. What's the one with the smiley face with the grenade? Is that the
Yeah,
first Battlefield?
yeah.
Bad Company 2.
Bad Company 2. Yeah, I remember like just opening that game and seeing the Frostbite logo. That's like
Yeah.
that's all that
the
reminds me
future.
of.
Not anymore. Now it's a fossil in the game development world. So they had problems with that. They cited the pandemic being issues. Interesting. Because then as soon as they cite the pandemic being a problem, they then talk about on top of the amounts of bugs that they had, the big problem and their final reason why it was so bad was Halo Infinite. And I quote from the Kotaku article, a game that is not Battlefield 2042 and came around the same time, which apparently created a comparison for multiplayer shooter fans that was not favorable because Halo Infinite was a very polished title.
Oh man.
Hilarious. For a game that came out a month early.
Well,
And
we had problems
and-
because it was
yeah.
compared to a game. What? Who would have saw that coming?
We had
No
problems
way.
because it was compared to a competitor. Are you kidding me, dude? No way.
That's
fucking
that's a
hilarious.
bold excuse for why your game was so bad.
They even said, it says here that Halo had its own problems, which it did when it launched. But
Yeah,
Still
I'm
does.
reading this
yeah,
too.
but we said the game came out a month early, and they still haven't fixed some of the issues, but I think their issues were a lot less detrimental to the game than Battlefield's. Like Battlefield's, you just couldn't play the game at all. Like I remember I was having, and even in the beta. Well, again, this is a beta, but like I couldn't open the game, and it makes it hard to test a game when you can't open it. And that was like a common issue. That wasn't like a just me kind of thing. It was like I had multiple friends that were like, "Yeah, I downloaded it. It won't launch either." And it just was everything was.
They
It's
really
really
just
sad.
dropped
It's
the
like-
fucking ball on it because this could have been the next Battlefield 4, like amazing, super sick. It could have
Yeah.
been so cool.
A revival.
And nope, they just fucked
They
it
fucking-
so hard.
I mean, leave it to EA to somehow fuck up their own game with the engine that is meant for Battlefield.
It would be a
Apparently,
good
they
time to-
haven't. They haven't even like updated the engine. They were like,
no,
"Yeah,
but
our
it's a
engine's getting
Battlefield
old."
update,
So
or it's a Battlefield engine.
Yeah,
I know.
It makes sense that doesn't. It's not that it doesn't need updating, but it's like a reasonable. It's a reasonably good engine for Battlefield.
That's a good point. I mean, like that's like the saddest part of this entire story is like the fall from grace that Battlefield was like 8 years ago, right? I mean, like COD was in their like fucking Black Ops 4 phase. Like no one really was giving a shit about that. Halo was non-existent at that point. Like Halo 4, who cares? Battlefield was just like on top of its game, and like we've had that pendulum swing kind of. Call of Duty's still meh, but like Halo's had this great resurgence, and you just keep seeing Battlefield get toppled over. It's just tragic.
So from was it Infinite Warfare? Was it the Advanced Warfare? Whichever one came after. So basically, the last good Call of Duty game was what? I don't know, 2012, 13, whenever Black Ops, was it Black Ops 2 that came out last? And then they
let me look at the
released-
list.
Yeah, look at the list.
It's a
Anyway,
long
so like
list.
2012 maybe. Let's say 2012, 2013. So Halo Reach came out in 2013, 12, 11.
Which
Reach was
one are you
09.
talking about?
Reach.
Or 2010, I think.
Oh.
Reach.
I have the COD list pulled up
So-
if you want dates.
When's the last COD? When was the last good COD? Before it was like the one before Advanced Warfare, or Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 2, right?
I think
Yeah, it would be Black Ops. It was Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3.
Ghosts.
But
Okay,
a
2.
big thing
When
is
did 2 come
people
out?
loved Black Ops 3, but that's
People
not enough.
did, but they
not
didn't.
compared to Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
So
What's
I would
Black
say
Ops
Black
2
Ops 2,
release date?
2012.
Okay, so for a good
Jesus.
8 or 7 years, there were no games to truly compete against a good Battlefield game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play any of the new Call of Duty games until fucking Modern Warfare.
I've played every single one.
So 2019, and then there has been no Halo since obviously
You're the problem,
2010.
Josh.
So
Dude, I
there's
can't-
been no competitor, no true competitor for EA. I guess if their main competitor wants to be Halo, they had no competitor for 8 years or 9 years.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe EA became complacent. Like DICE
but
kept
they
wanting
still
to
release
push
good
it.
games.
Yeah, I know.
And then they go, oh, it's time for competition. Let's shit
that's
the
kind
bed.
of that's like EA's that's like their special recipe, isn't it? They like finally have like a ground innovative game in their franchise. I would like point to maybe like 09, 2010 for like the FIFA series. They have a great breakthrough. It makes amazing returns, and then they go, okay, that's all the money you get. Just now, cash it out for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
They're like,
they
but could we innovate? No.
No,
You have what you
game
need.
every year.
They destroy, and I think that's obviously the problem if we want to get into that. But that's the problem with the EA sports games. There's no competition for EA, so they don't have to worry about actually doing anything.
I think that is what they're having right now. They're like, why is EA doing so bad? I mean, that's like what they point out in the article. They're like, oh, we have competition. Halo. That's a good game. We need to be more like Halo. Like now they finally have something to like compare themselves to.
And Call of Duty is what I would see as more of more of a competitor than Halo, because they're more stylistically similar than the Halo. So it's like, but they released good games.
I want to say
up until this fucking year.
So Call of Duty has released a game every single year since 2005.
Right.
Whoa.
That's 17 Call of Duties, not including the first one that came out because that was in 2003. Then the next one was in 2005. So they started annual releases after 2005.
So how many of those have you played, Josh?
I've played.
Truly played, not
I've
just
played.
like.
I've truly played 13. Starting at Modern Warfare 2.
13 Call of Duties. So you're
Yeah.
saying the Josh family household has paid close to $800 to Activision Blizzard.
That's
for,
such a
Call
bad
of
number.
Duty
Don't say
experience.
that. Don't say that. Don't say
Not to
that.
mention battle passes, tax.
Hey,
all-
I never really got season passes or like DLCs. I never was super into that. I would just play the main game. But yeah, I would say I've paid $60 every year since 2009.
any
Call of Duty.
regrets?
Not really. I mean, probably just for like maybe like Ghosts and Infinite Warfare, maybe World War II.
This is always the comparison you could do. You could be like, no, if you had put $60 into EA Blizzard stuff, you'd have like $5 billion now.
Dude, you're right. But yeah, I don't know. I think my favorite out of all of them is definitely Black Ops.
We're also forgetting Call of Duty Mobile. Come on, guys.
True.
Oh, that's right.
True.
We're talking about
That
main
was
series.
free,
Though.
so he didn't have to pay for that.
I actually did. They offered a paid version of COD Zombies when it first rolled out on the mobile platform, like good lord, like 2008, 2009, and that was honestly revolutionary. Like that was like when I was like, oh, you can actually have like a first person shooter experience on a phone. That's kind of wild. I mean, quote unquote first person shooter experience, but
No,
I mean, who knows if that's gonna good.
to kind of close up with our whole Battlefield discussion here. I was reading another article that was linked in the first article, and this guy, Tom Henderson from Xfire, was after reading through and I guess listen, he went through the whole press conference and all their whatever releases that they had. Um, he kind of said on a personal note, it seemed that EA was still not sure why it failed, or they just didn't want to share the details with the team. There, which either way, I honestly would lean more to the side as to that they're not sure why, because I don't think they've ever had a game like a Battlefield game truly flop. And they were kind of like, well, we'll just release Battlefield with the name on it, and it's futuristic, and everyone will love it. And then it was a shitty game, and they're kind of like, why didn't that work? I know it had bugs, and you couldn't use VoIP, and there was no scoreboard. But like, why didn't people like it?
And you fell through the map, and it was unplayable. Yeah. But like, why?
I think it was because they could compare it to Battlefield 5, which people were already upset by. But then they do the comparison. They're like, well, but this is still like Battlefield 5 was still milestones farther ahead than what they offered here in 2042. So I think like that loyalty finally died off, and people jumped ship, or they were just out due to resentment. That's a really good point. Yeah, I think maybe this is finally a wake-up call. So who knows? Maybe this will be finally like what 343 did, which was revamp the whole franchise. Maybe we'll get an awesome Battlefield. Maybe we'll have the trifecta this year. Infinite, Call of Duty, and Battlefield. Probably not, but I'll hope.
Speaking of trifectas.
Wait a minute. Halo Infinite Forge mode?
Oh.
Is this...
that thing?
Is this a new update, new intel?
Oh, it's actually no. It's not even okay. I guess this is something that's going to happen. It says Forge isn't supposed to come out until way later this year. I didn't know it was even gonna come out.
Well, I hope I get my co-op prior to that. I want to play co-op all together. Yeah.
Well,
anyway, your tangent, Carson.
Yeah, sorry.
No, this was not necessarily a tangent. This was going to be perfect segue into a trifecta in the movie universe.
I love it.
Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a third film, and to add on to that trifecta, a fourfecta of Knuckles TV spinoff. Well,
I love foreplay.
Gonna be completely honest, I didn't know there was a second movie.
So the second movie's coming out this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so when I saw the article, I was like, "There's the second movie's coming out." I don't understand how they can announce a third movie before the fucking second one even comes out.
Well, because contracts they did it for Halo.
They've already done it for the Halo TV series. Like apparently, it's already gotten a early renewal because the execs just love it so much.
Yeah, which it's not. So that's the problem. That's gonna flop. I don't know if you guys have looked into it at all, or did I talk about it? No, it's horrible. It's actually horrible.
We did. You said like Cortana's wrong.
They don't touch on anything story-wise. It's so fucking awful that oh god, it's so bad.
I love it when studios completely roll away from what makes the game and try and create their own story. It always ends up well.
Yeah, because
we're Hollywood writers. We can do better.
It's like, no, there's a fucking... They go, oh, they don't want to see that, it's the same old, same old. It's like, yes, that's the fucking point. When you go from a game to a movie or a game to a TV show, you're supposed to get the viewers involved by showing them the things that they want. And because it's like, oh, what if Halo had like a TV show and went into more detail about this like thing, the flood, and it's like, okay, that's cool.
Is this on Paramount, the Halo series?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right? I'm gonna do some speculation because Paramount also owns the Sonic movie reboots. Yeah. So I wonder if they're trying to get that stock up, like the Paramount Plus. They're trying to get hype, have all these news articles like, oh yeah, we love this Halo more, get your Paramount Plus subscription and get all this stuff. I don't know. I mean,
So here's what we'll do is we'll go to Josh's place this summer and we'll find a month free trial or something of Paramount Plus,
yes.
and we'll watch the entire Halo thing. And then when it's so bad, we cancel the subscription and Paramount never gets our money, right, Josh?
Drinking
Yes.
game.
Yeah, so
Drinking
I've got
game.
another. I've got
Oh,
another
no,
option.
not again. Last
Another-
time that ended so badly.
Another hypothetical option in which we don't involve any money transaction between us and Paramount Plus. Hypothetically, we pirate it,
Don't-
but we'd never do
don't
that.
you dare. We
We'd never do that. We'd never do
Why
that.
do I feel like we always have to put a disclaimer on our podcast saying we don't condone any piracy or
Piracy.
emulation? I'm sure we
no.
can find a trial
Dude.
of some sort.
Are we gonna
I
ever
love
get through
it.
a podcast without talking about that?
No, I love
Probably not.
piracy.
Yes, Josh.
Huh?
I thought you were saying something.
I was just gonna say how much I recommend to emulate and pirate things.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Piracy
enough.
is not a victimless crime.
That's
You
what
wouldn't
we do
download
to
a house.
download a
You wouldn't
car.
download a house, would you?
You wouldn't download a dog.
Alright, download a
That'd be
dog
cool.
any day.
Yeah, I've got a dog in my metaverse life.
Well, how about Crunchyroll? Would you download Crunchyroll for your Switch?
No.
Yes, I would.
Okay. This sounds like a good debate between the two anime watchers here. How about it? Fight.
No,
Why
there's
not?
actually no point in having streaming services on the Switch unless that's the only device you can have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the power on it's probably not great either. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
battery doesn't last long, and
So
I'm
Well-
a 17-year-old elementary student. I feel like
elementary.
this is the
Hold
perfect.
on, you're fucking old for
Oh,
elementary. my guy.
I missed a few grades. Okay.
A few.
Yeah,
so-
I'm
Billy
still learning
Madison?
my arithmetics.
but
Billy
okay, but if
Madison.
you're in elementary school, you probably have an iPad that your parents gave you.
iPad
Yeah.
kid.
With
iPad
a-
kid.
especially if
with
you
a
have a
big
Switch.
Bro, I
rubber
swear
case.
an iPad. Hold on. I mean, I don't know how much does an iPad cost?
It's probably more than a Switch.
lot.
Probably
a lot
twice
more
as
than
much
a
as a Switch.
7 inches.
See,
8
now
inches.
Crunchyroll on the Switch is sounding pretty good, and
No,
I
it's
get
not,
you can
but
get Twitch, so you can
$600.
watch your favorite streamer, Mr. Sausage, on it.
Pre-owned iPad Air 2, $220. Yeah, I'm getting my kid an iPad to watch.
Or
anime.
I can get the new Switch Lite, which also has Crunchyroll and Twitch streaming
that's-
capabilities.
Dog
I just
shit
have no
compared- so,
idea who's actually going to be using Crunchyroll on
Crunchyroll on
the
the
Switch.
Switch. So,
So,
here's the deal.
the thought is not to use it as a mobile device. The thought is that they're going to have it hooked up to their dock.
Oh
and
really?
it's-
Oh, okay,
Is
it's-
that why?
I
it's just
understand
gonna,
now.
It's just gonna be easier access for people who are using the
Yeah,
Switch,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they don't have to like switch inputs or switch to whatever else that they would watch.
Yeah,
it
you
on,
can
right?
technically
It's just
use
an,
a
it's
Switch
just an
as a-
accessibility
Hold on.
thing.
Is that why it says? Is that means you won't need an internet connection to catch up on a Demon Slayer episode should you decide to fire up the app at the park or on a car ride?
Oh God.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
you can
but-
download episodes
No. Yes. Yes.
if you have premium, probably.
No, I think you can just watch. Well, I guess you'd. Yeah, I mean, you can just watch offline. I don't know. Offer offline viewing, so
How's it gonna-
probably.
How's it gonna get
It's-
on the
you
Switch?
probably have
if you
to
don't
download it
I
by
don't know.
paying
Yeah, you
for
probably
that.
have to download it. So the Switch
Yeah.
already has enough limited space as it is.
Okay, but now I can see. It's like for
No,
the
I
people
mean-
who have Xbox, like my friends, they use Xboxes and PS4s as like smart TVs, and
Mhm.
basically that's what the Switch is just trying to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I
but
see. I understand now.
Crunchyroll. So here's my actual take on it. Crunchyroll is almost. Now let me get into this because I use Verve, which is just glorified Crunchyroll, but it's almost kind of worthless because there's a lot of shows on there there's a lot of shows in general, but there's not a lot of shows on Crunchyroll. There's so many other like streaming places that you need to go to actually watch shows because Crunchyroll is just one place that offers. So Verve has Crunchyroll. It had a thing called Mondo, or it has Mondo. It had High Dive, and I'm forgetting the other one. But there's a bunch of other platforms. So all the High Dive shows that were taken off Verve are also not on Crunchyroll. So in order to watch that, I need to go somewhere else to watch the High Dive stuff. So Crunchyroll isn't even like, it doesn't get you all your anime. So I guess it's a start, but it's not like, there's not a shit ton of shows on there for you.
Yeah, the reason
So-
I use Crunchyroll is just to
That's
watch
why.
the animes that aren't on bigger streaming services.
What
No,
what
Crunchyroll is
so,
like the big,
yeah,
oh,
like
you mean Hulu or Netflix? Okay.
Well, yeah, this
I'm
is
like,
foreign
Crunchyroll's, like,
territory
the
for me.
biggest.
I've heard of Crunchyroll before. Like I know that is like a go-to place for anime streaming, but yeah, it sounds like it's more
free.
of-
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
free. I did not
it's
know that.
it's
With
free. So it's free with ads, and you
But you
can't
can use
watch.
ad block.
You can't watch them when they release in Japan. So you have to wait a week to watch the episode.
Interesting.
And if it's in English, then you have to either pay entirely or wait for like a year before it becomes.
Okay, Josh and Walker in unison. Top 3 animes on Crunchyroll. 3,
I don't know what's
2,
on Crunchyroll.
1, go.
Demon
right
Slayer.
now.
Attack
Do
on
it.
Titan. Darling in the Franxx.
Charlie, is that on Crunchyroll? I didn't watch it.
Hunter,
yeah.
Hunter.
I don't know.
Is
if
that
I-
on? I don't know. if
Is
that's on
Death
Crunchyroll.
Note on Crunchyroll?
Zero. I don't know. I don't watch enough.
Just
Just all they have all like they have a decent amount of like
They
the
have a
big,
good amount, but
animes.
They have no. So they've got like your Demon Slayer and they actually no. They don't have My Hero Academia. I don't think they do.
I know they
'cause that's
have
on-
Attack on Titan.
They have like the first season of My Hero Academia, right? No, they have all the new
Huh.
ones. Okay.
Maybe they're
I
making
just
deals.
don't watch them.
Walker's about to download
Oh no,
Crunchyroll
they
on
don't have.
Switch.
They don't have the English. They don't have the English dub. So.
Do you
English
prefer
dub is for
English dub
normies.
on? I like when I watch anything
I
foreign.
watched
I almost
one
prefer
show
the
with
subtitles.
English dub because I watched.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched it English for the
Like-
first season, and I said, "Fuck it."
Squid Games kind of pissed me off because
Squid
I
Games pissed
fucking
me
hated it. The English dub sucked so
Dude,
bad.
My Hero.
So
Wait.
before I even knew what Squid Games was, okay, I found out what Squid Games was. I was at my girlfriend's in her dorm room,
Well,
and
brag.
you have a wife. You talk about a wife. Relax on the humble brag.
You have a
wife.
Hey, I'm
Anyways,
bringing her up on the
Food
podcast.
Wars
I went
2?
I was in her room and she had this show on while she was studying. She likes to have background noise, right? And I'm kind of paying attention to the show, like in and out paying attention. And then about 5 minutes into it, I realized like the voices are not matched up with their mouth. And also these dialogue lines are just terrible. Like there are so many bad lines.
I would
So many poorly translated lines.
No, the funniest scene was when the old guy pissed his pants. He was like, "Oh, I pissed my pants."
And the audio just doesn't match up with their like expression like at all.
Yeah, his mouth
It's
is like
so
moving the
bad.
whole time, but he's like, "Oh, I pissed my pants."
It's
I
so
love them in
bad.
the editing room going perfect.
Yep, nailed that one. We got
Studio.
That translation was perfect.
If
Yeah,
you watch
there
anime with a
wasn't-
dub,
there-
though, you're pretty much a normie.
Okay.
There wasn't
calm
any.
down.
There wasn't an option to watch it without dubs, right? Like
yeah,
it
there was.
only-
Yeah, there was.
Ah,
Yep.
fuck.
So I couldn't watch it without dubs in my house. I was gonna watch it with my house. That's how I ended up watching Squid Games. All 5 of us binged watched it at my house. And we all wanted to watch it in sub, but we have one roommate who can't read that fast. So
I heard you were gonna say can't read.
I was gonna say shout out Bryce Jones.
Yeah,
who
shout out
also
Bryce.
does the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he-
if you use sub or English dubbed, it's because you're dyslexic.
I also have.
And
I
I
have
mean that in the
a-
nicest
yeah.
way possible because I have
And
two
then-
people that do that because they can't read fast.
Yeah.
My
And
girlfriend
then-
doesn't like subtitles because she doesn't like having her glasses on all the time, so it's more convenient.
Yeah.
Get content.
So that was the main reason I ended up watching the whole thing dubbed, because when I watched it with my girlfriend, she wasn't actually watching the screen half the time.
Mm.
So she wanted to hear it but didn't want to read everything. And then in my house we had a kid who just couldn't read fast enough.
Yeah, my
mean, does
girlfriend's
that-
weird. She likes to do puzzles when she's watching shows.
Hey yo, what the
Some boomer shit.
some
That's kind of
boomer
boomer.
shit.
And she wears glasses,
Um,
double boomer.
Oh,
Does she have a little? Does she have a strap so she can hang them from her neck?
We've learned so much
Yes.
about Josh today. He's a furry and dating a boomer.
So
does that
yeah.
does that make a testament to like how good Squid Games is the fact that we like were
Watched
able
it.
to
I've never
tolerate
watched it.
the stupid English dub?
Dude,
It
my
was so
mom
bad.
watched Squid Game.
Oh man, and she's like,
Never
"No,
watched
Josh,
it,
you
bro.
don't
My mom
go out
liked
there
it.
and compete."
My mom was like, "Hey, I like
that
Squid
bread,
Game,"
son.
and I was like, "Mom, I love Squid Game."
The
Yeah,
the
so-
wife the wife doesn't like this kind of violence, and she came in. And I was like, watch this, and just like people going through like glass pane. All right, Walker, you've been cut off like 5 times.
I guess all in all, it's not bad that it's coming to coming to the Switch, but it's not like a major.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't
What
think
do you
it's
want? What do you want on the
groundbreaking
Switch?
news.
I don't know. Google Chrome, so I can.
So you can watch his
Google
sexy
it.
anime.
No, I mean it just kind of seems ridiculous that like you're doing all this shit instead of just being like, oh yeah, just like get Google Chrome or buy like a shitty ass laptop and just because I have like a Chromebook, this old ass Chromebook that I use to watch anime, and it's perfectly fine, and it's probably cheaper than a Switch.
Yeah, I just use my
So,
laptop for watching.
It's just kind of ridiculous that they're, this 5 years deep and they're just now. The only things they have on there is like Hulu, Twitch, and Crunchyroll. And it's like, come on, get your bread up, Nintendo.
They do have Netflix.
Get your money.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say they do.
Oh, well, I thought I had it downloaded on my Switch. For
I think they do.
They lack. No, they lack.
Oh no,
Netflix.
they still only have Hulu,
They have-
YouTube,
Oh.
Funimation, and Pokemon.
Oh, I was thinking of
TV.
YouTube.
Pokemon TV.
Pokemon TV.
Okay, so they have Funimation. So so that's
is that?
that's good. That's another
Another
It's
anime.
another
anime.
anime thing.
That's a good. But
They
if
have some
they could just get
exclusives,
Google
right?
Chrome, bro.
Walker, is
Just give me
Funimation's
Google
like
Chrome.
Funimation is like a lot of exclusives. Right?
Funimation, yes, they do
Yeah.
and they do a lot of the dub exclusives. Like they have the My Hero
Yeah.
English dub exclusive. Yeah, they just do a lot of exclusive. Although I think they are almost entirely you have to pay for. I know like the English dubs you have to pay for, but I think
I think
can I
you
go to
it's,
s-
I think
Funimation,
you
thought
can
it
watch
was-
it with
I think it's
ads.
free. Yeah, you can watch it with ads.
yeah, you can watch it with
But there's
ads,
a
but you
premium.
can't. So I'm looking at it right now. I can't actually watch episode 4 and so on of the Entertainment District arc without paying. Yeah, they do. That is the issue.
They,
with that.
I think they just delay
Wall
the
you
release
off.
And no,
of
they
it.
don't, because there's a
Oh.
show that's 8 years old that I can watch the first 3 episodes of.
And they lock the rest of it behind.
And
a
they lock
paywall.
the rest of it. Yeah, that's the problem with. That's why Crunchyroll over Funimation, because it's free. Yeah, 2008, so it's over 10 years old.
Anime's like the kind of thing I want to get into, but like every time I try, I'm like, meh. Like I tried Death Note, and I was like, meh. Like
You
That's a
didn't
pretty.
like Death
That's a
Note?
pretty hard one to get in. I think
That's
it's your
what
first.
people
I know it's really
recommended to me.
good.
No,
yeah,
no,
but
no,
it's. I
it's
think it's
true.
too heavy to get in as your first anime.
what
Yeah.
would your guys'
I haven't watched
recommendations
it yet,
be?
but I'm pretty sure.
My
it
Hero
will.
Academia. That's
My
what got
Hero
me into
Academia.
anime.
It's like a very.
I would
that's
say
a
Demon
very,
Slayer.
I would say Demon Slayer, but
Slayer.
that's also
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
heavy.
Well, Demon Slayer is heavy, but it's a really good story. Like that's
No,
what
it's
got my
really
girlfriend.
Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix
Yeah,
version.
okay, not the Netflix version, but I think let me pull up.
Well,
some,
so my girlfriend had never watched anime, and I was like, "Hey, you should really like watch
It's a
it."
good
And she was like,
show.
"Oh, I'll watch it with you." And so I showed her the first episode of Demon Slayer, and she's like, "Actually, this is pretty good." And we kept watching, and she actually really enjoyed it.
Oh, Konosuba's
so-
a good one.
You know what I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna do? Just
We get
speaking
into
of all
comedy
this,
animes.
I think you know how I was talking about my girlfriend liking
ReZero.
to
Yeah, there's a lot of
watch,
good stuff you
have
can watch.
noise, have
Uh-huh.
background noise while she studies. I think that's where I'm gonna slip the anime in. Right? She's kind of
Ah,
she doesn't really like it. She's never watched it, but that's how I'm gonna. She says
But-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's on the TV. She's studying anyway, so I'll just
Yeah, but if
put
it's
some
in
anime on.
Japanese,
Yeah, the thing about that
that's
is
even
you're
better.
gonna
Get that
it.
Japanese white noise.
Yeah, then it's just white noise, and she doesn't even. It's not like she's gonna key on anything because it's
Exactly.
Japanese.
That's literally the perfect scenario.
Distraction proof.
Man, that should be a study. Like college students increase productivity by 8,000% watching Japanese anime. How
you could also
Yeah.
just get into One Piece, which is over 1,000 episodes.
about Naruto? And I really like Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
well,
haven't
Pokemon
watched
doesn't count.
Naruto or
It does count,
Pokemon.
but
Naruto, I actually was a big fan of Naruto back in the day.
But
Watched,
do you like a lot of
maybe-
action and shit? Like, do you think you would like?
Yes.
So I would say
Yeah, I
like
mean-
My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer.
Attack on
Okay, so
Titan.
yeah, Attack on Titan is amazing. It's so fucking good.
ReZero.
Oh man, did you hear that? Josh was like rumbling in his desk there.
Yeah, I have
So-
to like I can't get over how good Attack on Titan is. I tried to get into it like 4 times before I actually watched it, and I would watch the first episode and be like, "Oh, this doesn't look good." And then I finally forced myself to watch like past like the first 3 episodes, and then it just gets insanely good so fast.
Punch Man.
Ooh, debate. Is Avatar: The Last Airbender an
Yes.
That I did
It
watch.
depends
as...
on what you classify as.
Now, truly no, but I
No.
think if you were to ask someone if it's, I think most people would agree that it
No.
probably might as well be.
Probably like a cartoon.
No.
It's like a
Outside
cartoon.
of being outside of not being Japanese, I think
No. But it's
No.
but it's not an anime,
Such
but it's
like a
accepted.
weird, like-
It's accepted
That's
in
what
the
I
community.
What I
It's
said.
not an anime, but it's accepted in the community.
They accept
Just-
it because then it
the only
brings
only
street
Because it's
cred.
literally not Japanese. So
yeah,
it
that's the
isn't an
only
anime.
reason. That's the only reason that it's not.
That is why.
So
but-
Americanized anime or wherever it stems from.
Yeah, because if
Yeah,
if
Hank-
that show was in Japanese,
Uh,
it'd be a
King of
very
the
good anime.
King of the Hill. Is,
King of the Hill anime?
That's my favorite
Texas,
anime.
Is Texas anime? No,
I
there's-
love Family
Texas
Guy,
anime.
best
There's-
anime of all time.
No, there's this,
Texas
like,
anime,
there's
like
this, like,
Beavis and
thread.
Butthead.
No,
Beavis and
no,
Butthead,
like King of the
Beavis
Hill.
and Butthead's in
Yeah,
my opinion
Beavis
the
and
best
Butthead.
Texas anime.
But it's not. No, because King of the Hill is in Texas. That's
Those Beavis and Butthead. It was from
Is
the
it
same creator.
really?
It really is same creator and
well,
everything.
same creator, but it's not like it. Okay, whatever.
No, I see what you're saying. Like has to take place in Texas.
No,
I
so
don't know where-
I'm specifically referencing. There's a thread post where some dude who's a worker at some place, and the Japanese, I don't know what they are to the company, but they're coming over on business, and this guy overhears them talking at their lunch break about whether King of the Hill is better subbed or dubbed. and the big argument like in anime between sub and dub is that, and I kind of agree on it, and most studios can't get the English dub that way, but the Japanese version has more emotion and more like, you get more out of it versus the English dub. And so yeah.
Are we referring to the King of the Hill Japanese dub?
I'm
of it?
referring to all anime, but what the Japanese dudes say is that the English version of King of the Hill is better because that's the raw emotion.
Well, that's
yeah,
how a lot
I
of
don't
people
know, I
say
don't know.
they learn like
The
English
validity
is
of
like
that
through
story.
like so many
They
people
learn
say that
English.
they learn English like just like words and stuff through like
Yeah,
The Simpsons
okay.
or like King of the Hill.
Because
I've just
they
heard a
learn
decent amount of
a lot
people
of
say that.
schools learn, or people learn English.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's all
have
I
heard
get.
that though, Josh. Like I have a lot of European
there's a lot.
viewers on stream, and they talk about how they learned like English through like Family Guy and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's not far fetched at all.
And
Then through that you can learn like slang and stuff like through
your first trip to
cartoon shows.
America.
Right, like stuff
like
that they don't
Peter
actually,
Griffin.
they don't teach you like what a douchebag is in
Yeah.
English class.
Yep. Do we have another
All right.
topic?
That's
That's,
kind of the wrap up for
media
this week. Kind of an
consumption?
early
Do
week.
I have any I haven't been awake at all, so I haven't.
I kind of want to talk about Lost Ark.
Oh,
Yeah.
give us our update. All right, we have our regional expert Josh
Well-
on the line here.
Okay, so since I was planning to be like at Endgame by this weekend because that's when we were going to do the podcast, but since we're doing it earlier, I'm not there yet, but I'm 27 and a half hours in, level 38. I'm getting pretty close to 50. I just beat like a bigger boss, and dude, I'm still loving it. Nothing has changed. It's so good.
I need you to carry me. Teach me
yeah,
the ways.
no. Yeah,
Send him up.
I'll for sure play with you. Just let me know whenever you want
And
to
I'll
play.
just stream that for 40 hours a week.
Oh yeah,
There
you
you
should
go.
stream Lost Ark. It's
You should
That's-
stream whenever
You
you,
should do
play
that.
video games.
Yeah,
whenever
well,
you're
I
playing.
haven't played anything this week. I've just been sleeping.
just sleep.
Play Lost
Just
Ark.
sleep.
I want to watch. I want to see if this is something I could get into. So is that typical, Josh? Like you set this goal, like it's been literally less than a week, and you're trying to get to end game, or was this kind of like a special goal you were trying to hit?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to endgame just by the end of the week. Just because I don't know, that's just what I want to do.
For the
It's
memes.
just kind of a goal, but I'm also doing like I'm not like rushing. I'm still like taking it slow and playing through the game, getting all like the collectibles and stuff, and like because there's a lot of aspects to this game that you kind of have to learn. And I'm not even close to learning all of them yet because the really big part is once you get to the end, you have to learn all the systems and how to get.
Wait, the
better
end?
gear.
This connects with Minecraft?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the
Um,
Ezio collection came
end.
out on the Switch today.
The end. But yeah, it's been so much fun.
What
I really
what's
recommend it.
like what's the aspect that like really helps dissociate it from all the other ORPGs that I shouldn't play over this one?
So it's different because it's an isometric view, which means like you have like your camera's in a fixated position, and which is very different. And it seems like you wouldn't like it, but it makes, I don't know, it's just like a completely different take on like. It's kind of similar to like Diablo games, but I had never played that. But for me, like coming from like Final Fantasy and playing barely like any World of Warcraft, it's just like a whole like fresh new game that's like super different because it's a Korean MMO, and there's not too many Korean MMOs that are super popular.
Korea.
So it's just like, and then especially the combat. The combat is really fun and pretty easy to get the hang of, at least.
How many buttons do you have bound?
Well, that's what I like about this. It's not like Final Fantasy or WoW where you have like your entire row of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So you
9.
could play it on your Steam Deck then, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Lord
I think you
comes
could.
back.
But your main abilities, you only have 1, 2, 3. So it's QWER and then ASDF. So you have 8 abilities. Main abilities that you can pick from, but you unlock more and more, and then you just kind of figure out which ones you like.
Yeah, well,
like,
I see
what
1, 2,
combos work
3,
the
4,
best.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What?
F1 and
Well, okay,
space.
yeah. So on the right side there are it's like potions and just like
mana,
like your mount or just like other stuff
Mount?
that you might want to use in battle. Yeah, like a
No, I know. I just
so you have like a hotkey for your mount. That's what I use.
yeah.
But once you get like later in the game, you will have to like use a little bit more keybinds for different things. But it's nothing too overwhelming, which is what made it really cool for me to play.
That's why I like Destiny.
Yeah,
Because I can get into Destiny because it's like an FPS that you can put as like a the Destiny rate. Josh, I don't know if you played much Destiny too.
I've never played it.
Yeah, okay. So there's there's a lot of similarities. Like when you just go around, you kill like these smaller guys, get better, gear, you get better like quests, you do shit like that. You can do that in Destiny, and then there's like those big raids that you do in Destiny. That's kind of like my experience with these kind of games.
Yeah.
Since it's a first person game, I can get into it pretty easily. It's just that's why
I would
can't
say that
they just confuse me. Even though but they're kind of similar in the style of what's going on. So I kind of have an idea, but I'm just so not used to this style of game.
yeah.
To be honest, I like it though. I mean, I would kind of like a refresher from like the third first person view and like the more shooting aspects. Like, and God, I'm looking at images of it right now, and it is a stunning looking game. And I do like the idea of just being carried by endgamer Josh like through this world.
Bro, the cinematics. Oh my gosh, I have to talk about this. So
Yeah,
like,
but are there boobs?
Yes,
Yeah,
big
probably.
boobs.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my character a
Don't
woman.
you worry, Carson.
Strictly for the hitbox.
You're
So
gonna be
it's not like
horny for
Final
Walker's
Fantasy.
character.
There's no boob slider in the game, like
Damn.
to customize your character, but they're already
Okay,
the
never
thing is
mind.
they're
I ain't
already
playing this
maxed
game.
out. All the boobs are already maxed out, so you don't have to worry.
Okay, that's good.
But,
You're
Um,
saying there's no slider needed because they're already to the
because they
limit.
already
Yes.
knew what they wanted. You wanted to do, and they
But okay, so when you're doing like dungeons and raids, like the camera will change angles like while you're doing them, and you'll like come in and out of like a cutscene, but it'll be like seamless, and it's like so fucking cool, dude. Like whenever you're doing a dungeon, it'll zoom out and you can see the whole battlefield, and then it'll like come back onto your character, but there's no like loading screen or anything that like switches in between it. You're just like back in the game, and it's so cool.
yeah, I just need a
it's
game I can
really cool.
grind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in your
Lost
game.
Ark
It
is the
sounds.
If
I mean,
Oh, yeah, what I was
Josh has
gonna-
not gotten tired after what 27, 28 hours. So
Yeah.
I think you're golden
I
on
could
that
do Halo,
aspect.
but I get bored because I just kick the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, I get bored in Halo just because like
Like if
It's
the
just like the
four of
same
us
thing.
play, then I don't care. But I just play Halo and I whip everyone's ass. I get like 20 kills, 20 to 25 kills a game, and I'll lose. And I'm like, supposed to do.
I can't wait
Yeah.
to Leroy Jenkins Josh in this game, and then
Oh
he
my
never
gosh.
plays another game with me again.
I think I'm gonna make my own
Yeah.
guild because my roommate, we're getting more of our friends to play, and then if you guys start playing, we could probably have a decent amount of people for a guild, and then
Yeah, don't worry. I'll
Just
be in
gotta do that.
the top.
try it out
the
this
top
weekend.
Twitch streamers guild. Yeah, it is.
So I'm heading up to Michigan.
All the big guys.
I'm heading up to Michigan tomorrow for lacrosse, and I'll be back Saturday. But Sunday I'd be down to try it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
we don't have
should.
a podcast to record, so I think this is the perfect time for us to jump on.
Yes, do
So
it.
we need to be playing more
Sweet.
games throughout the week.
How big is the file size on this thing?
70
like-
something, 72 gigs, I think.
Well, it's not a Call of Duty. It's not a Sea of Thieves. I can do that.
Like, I literally just downloaded. Yeah,
I do need to
right
go.
now.
I need to go through all my games and clear out some. And
I mean, that's what I'm gonna
purge.
do after this podcast. I'm
Oh,
probably
I need to
gonna-
clear out like
Yeah,
temp
it's
files too.
72.
You've had this, yeah. This is whole week you've been needing to do that.
probably a
Alright.
whole year, bro. How didn't you wipe all your drives? How do you?
Me?
It's just a virus infests him.
Yeah, when you got a virus and had to
That was like
They
so
just
long
put
ago.
shit
Yeah,
on
but
there.
I literally like every other day will be like, hey, you want to play a game? You go, I don't have it installed.
Yeah, because I didn't. No, it's because I just didn't reinstall them.
Oh wait, I have one more thing I want to
Like,
talk
you didn't
about.
have GTA installed for like a
Josh
couple
has a
months.
topic.
I just have one more thing about Lost Ark. So basically, the server that I picked.
All right, Josh, we'll
Um,
play the game.
No. I'm just talking about how cool the team is. So my server, it's called Galatur. It had problems.
Galaturd.
Galaga,
Yep.
love that game.
But it was having problems like the day before launch. Like it was down for like half the day, so like I couldn't play. And like to compensate us for that, they gave us this $35. It's like worth $35, but they gave all of the players that got affected by that like a $35 pack, and it's pretty sick. Like, and you just get like a mount and like a pet
So
and
is
like
it
some cosmetic
Damn it,
stuff.
miss out on free loot.
is it
Yeah, I know,
server?
what the
Is it
fuck?
is it server? So if I change servers, am I the same character, or if I switch servers, is it a
So
reset?
the way it works is when you create a character, we'll all be in like the East, America East. I forget what it's called, but
US East.
and then US
or
East,
whatever.
and then you pick one of the servers that's for the East, and I'm on Galatur. And once you create a character on a server, I don't think you can move it to another server, but that might happen later. But you can also create more characters.
That's
on
what I was
different
gonna
servers.
ask. Is if
So,
if
yeah.
I switch servers or wanted to switch server, I could make new.
Yeah, you can make different characters on different. But
Yeah, that's Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, I think
Oh,
we're,
yeah,
we're
so-
definitely gonna
Just whenever you guys play, just make sure you're on Galatur, and then
Galaturd.
Galaturd.
Yeah, we'll just get on this
Galaxar.
weekend.
Galactagon.
exactly.
Sweet. Well, should we
Alright.
just shift into media consumption? Josh, you want to just? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
we
that was
know
me.
what
That
you've
was my
been
answer.
That was
doing.
Josh's media consumption.
consumption.
That's all he's been doing. Carson, what have you been doing?
Some more Tarkov, and Apex. Like I said, Apex Legends. My roommate is a fairly high level in the ranked system, so we can't play ranked together. So right now I've been grinding solo to try and get my rank up. It's a pretty enjoyable game now that I've actually given it a real chance.
Oh, so he's just a bitch and won't play with you.
and the game
I'm
actually
pretty sure-
I'm pretty
it
sure
works
he
like
can.
Counter Strike. No, it works like
Um,
Counter Strike. You can only play with like people
Okay.
within like 8 levels.
Are you
like,
too
4
high in
levels above.
Tarkov now, where I can't play with you?
No, you're never
But,
too high in Tarkov.
No, that's pretty
Also,
fun.
he's like
And then
level- I think he
Tarkov,
might
I've
have died,
been
but he's like
playing
level 50.
intermittently throughout the
So
week.
he's pretty.
Whenever I have a
Okay,
bit
so
of
I can
time.
still grind if I
Yeah,
want
well, I
to.
guess I'll
because
take over
whenever
'cause
I
he
lay
fucking
down
died.
or whatever.
I'll finish what he was
YouTube,
saying.
I
So he
always
sucks
watch
at
Tarkov
Apex,
videos.
so he's trying to get better
and-
at it.
Yeah.
He's been
That's
playing
all I can
Tarkov.
watch.
And that's it. Because he
Carson,
also
just
has
how
the
dumb
cross.
are you?
I guess it's still
He's a
recording, but
fucking
you guys
idiot.
can't hear me, so you'll hear this.
So yeah,
Alright,
I
why-
guess with
what
that
about yours?
seamless transition.
while you were
I don't know.
editing.
I've been doing a lot of sleeping, if you want to call that media consumption. But I've been playing. I downloaded finally. It took me I don't know how many years. Clone Hero, which is like
So-
Guitar
Oh,
Hero.
yeah.
Anyways.
Ooh.
So I've been shredding some gnar on that.
Tarkov. It's
So what are you
fun.
using to play that?
My
Like
guitar.
what device? Oh, you have like a.
I have my PC and the Guitar Hero guitar. Now the thing is, so I have one of the device. So we had all four. We had 2 guitars, a drum set, and a mic. The one guitar that I have that works is the Guitar Hero guitar. Which it's not shit, but the buttons don't. They're not like so Josh with your Wii one. Those buttons are nice because anywhere you press them, they'll typically go down. These ones are a bit I don't know what the word would be, but they're a bit
Oh,
like
I'm back.
harder to press, if you will.
Yeah, just not
So
as good.
if I miss the press, it doesn't go through, and the strum is not like it doesn't reset as quick, so there's an issue with that. But I don't know. That's been fun. I've enjoyed getting back into that because I haven't played Guitar Hero since like for 2 years or whenever I stopped living with you, and then
Yeah, you were grinding at my house
I
for a long time.
absolutely love that. So I've got all those songs and all the other ones. But
Is there like
pretty much all I've
multiplayer
done.
at all with that?
There is actually, I think, in Clone Hero.
Oh,
I don't know
can you
how
play drums?
together. So okay, that's what you meant. I don't know. So because you can't do it with the Guitar Hero, and I haven't downloaded any Rock Band songs, which I'm about to. And I could see after that, which I don't know. You can definitely do 2 guitars, and you can definitely get 4 people. So I don't know if that would mean that you can get the drum set to work as well. But yeah, so you can definitely get more people in one. And I thought you meant multiplayer as an online, and there is online.
That is what
as
I
well.
meant. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can also get online.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, I
right,
finished
nice.
up your media consumption
Oh,
by
couldn't tell you
saying
were
how
gone.
bad you are. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Well, so just to close up with Tarkov is.
Oh, we already did that. You're done.
I've been having trouble questing the swipe. It's been a pain in the ass to find some
Really?
of these.
See, I told you.
It's just some of these. It's some of the like as far as my raids have been going, they've been going well. Like I've been surviving and killing things and finding good loot.
Just because
But
Mickey's better than you.
Just not the loot that I need to complete quests. So I'm kind of at a stuck position right now where all of my quests.
Step bro?
Yep, exactly. All of my quests are requiring me to find specific items in raid that have like random chances of spawning. So there's no guarantee I ever find them.
Just get good.
It's like a dumb mechanic.
So and like all of the quests I have right now are similar, just with different items. So it's a little bit of a.
Ugh.
I'm just still having
that's
fun
fun.
with it.
Yeah, it's a game that Rust. So many like survival games I want to get back into. So Walker, you downloaded this Clone Hero. Do you have Thunderstruck by AC/DC on it?
No, because that's on Rock Band, and I haven't downloaded any Rock Band.
What was everyone's like go-to guitar band song back in the day?
I'm ready to go back. Yeah, a pocket full of shells. That's mine.
Or I meant like the actual game itself. Like for me,
Oh,
it was
3.
Beatles Rock Band. Like that was like I played that on a
Yeah, but
like
that's
regular
gotta be
basis.
so boring, right? If it's the Beatles and you want to talk about a rock band, I mean, come on.
It was like mellow. Like it was
Like I think in
It actually
terms,
sounds
yeah,
pretty cool.
I'm a shitty drummer, so like Ringo's kind of a shitty
you're a
drummer, so I kind of gelled with him pretty well. That and Guitar Hero World Tour, that was a pretty good one too. Crazy
think-
Train.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been.
My favorite one was definitely Guitar Hero 3. I think I played that.
Let's
Say,
good
that's
ones.
like the only one I think Josh owns. And I haven't
That's
played
with,
any rock band long enough to...
I had World Tour too. I don't know where that went though. I think we gave away.
Well, we also had Guitar Hero on the DS, and that
that
Oh,
was
the little
sick.
strumming thing.
yeah,
That was so fun. I loved
It
that.
was so easy. Oh, see, that's why I was playing, and I was wondering
Easy.
why on expert mode I only had 4 keys. I didn't have to use orange, and it's because the DS one only had 4 keys, four buttons, so I didn't have to worry about orange. So any expert song on the DS was fairly easy because it only has 4 keys.
Guitar Hero 3 was the one that had Through the Fire and the Flames, right?
Yeah.
By Dragon Force.
Yep, it's the classic.
I actually just saw a news article that they finally proved after like a decade that like the top Guitar Hero player was actually a cheater.
Yeah, I watched a whole video on that.
Oh, can you want to elaborate?
Basically, he would like splice his runs and stuff, and he was like a part of the community for a while, and then they didn't realize it until pretty recently when they like he had done some suspicious stuff like throughout his time, but then nothing really happened because everyone trusted him, and then he finally like really fucked up, and then they looked back at all of his records, and like most of them were just fake.
Oh Jesus! I mean that seems to be kind of the case with a lot of like we were talking about Donkey Kong I think a few weeks back, and like Billy Mitchell, who had like the record for Donkey Kong for like decades, and they finally read through and like, oh my god, the amount of research they do to be like, there can't be more than 8 frames per like loading screen at this specific spot. And
Yeah.
so I'm assuming they did that here.
Bro.
Dude, the same thing happened with Trackmania, and oh my gosh, it was actually
remember
crazy.
that one, yeah.
So I got into Trackmania just like randomly at a random time, and I was just like enjoying Trackmania, and then this one streamer named Riolu, I would watch him all the time. Like I would wake up, because this is when I had school online at home, and so I'd wake up and I'd just turn on his stream, and I would just like start doing my work, and it would always like start off my mornings with his stream. But then this dude that I watched, and he was probably my favorite streamer of Trackmania, got exposed for cheating almost all of his records.
Oh no.
And he would do it. He was an amazing like Trackmania player, but he would mostly like, get his records off stream. And so what he would do is they would slow down. They had this like program to slow down the game so that they could like do perfect runs just slowly. And then they like finally they made a program and like figured out what was going on in these runs, and he got exposed and then just completely disappeared from the face of the earth, and
yeah, because
no one's heard from him since.
He was putting too many inputs in.
Yeah, it would be like
play on
like
mouse and
100
keyboard.
inputs within like 1 second. And
yeah,
be like,
you play on mouse and
going
keyboard.
on?
So
Or a lot of pros do play with controller too.
No, they don't.
It depends. Yeah, they do.
Riolu. I'm not as versed, but I was pretty aware that because there's a lot of small subtle inputs that you have to do, which is why you have to use.
Well, there's a pro that literally plays.
Regardless,
there's a pro that plays with a wheel, and gets records with a wheel.
Well, that would give you more small inputs. But yeah, he was pressing like the A key like 30 times in a span of you could maybe get 15. So
I love the dedication for these people who have
it's
just
ridiculous.
enough burning passion to like
it's just
like,
their
out
ego.
Someone.
They don't want their they don't want they want to be able to keep getting records even though they're so good at the game.
I'm referring to the people who like are like researching to expose these people.
Yeah.
Like that right there is like the dedication of the people cheating, ridiculous, and then the people on top of that to like call them out on their bullshit, but like have equivocal evidence showing that they are indeed 100% guilty. That's what gets me up in the morning to see those kind of stories.
It's crazy whenever stuff like that happens. And I was like right in the middle of it when it happened because I was watching this guy every day, and then he did.
Did you feel betrayed? This is like
I was actually like
I
was like legit sad about it because I was like, damn, like this guy seemed like super nice and like super cool and like that he was like super chill, like would never do anything like that. And then he all of a sudden just gets exposed and like all of his records were pretty much fake.
This is something I actually maybe want to talk about for next pod, is like a topic on like YouTubers we grew up with or like influencers who like have gone into hot water or have just gone dark. I think we could spend like 30 minutes talking about this. But we are getting near the end of our hour and a half for the pod. I haven't done much other than this video. I watched Morwellen, and I've been watching boomer documentaries like John Adams and like this Taiwan rescue mission in a cave. We'll talk more about that after I finish it. But do we want to play a trailer game?
If y'all are still watching after the shit show of this last,
man, they're not
segment,
seeing any of this abomination. This is all we're gonna end on Lost Ark.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our discussion about Lost Ark that we just finished in real time and definitely didn't cut out of things.
Wow, what interesting media consumption by all of us.
CS greater than Valorant.
Thanks for hanging out this week.
Thanks for not watching that game with us.
Yeah, we did not just completely fail at the game that we tried to do.
We'll see you next week. Same time.
Bye, guys. I love you. I hope you have a great day.